Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode I will show you how to replace some of these SPA Volvo SRS components and restore it after a crash mode. As you could see from the images on the screen, we have a Christmas tree on the dash and a snapshot of an initial diagnostic scan which gives us information of the SRS components that will require attention. With this particular car we have to replace a seatbelt, SRS curtain and ship the airbag module for a crash data reset. We're starting off with disconnecting the negative battery terminal. This is a very important safety step when dealing with any components from the SRS system to avoid any accidents. The first component to remove is the airbag module, which sits under the central console. Don't worry, we won't have to dismantle the entire car, but it's actually a rather easy job to do. Firstly, we need to remove the driver's seat, which is held by 4 bolts. Then we want to tilt the seat a bit so that we get access to the side of the central console. There is a plastic trim we need to remove by pulling toward us. This will give enough access to remove the SRS plugs and bolts. We disconnect the plugs from the module and remove the 4 bolts holding it in place. Next we proceed with the seatbelt reconditioning. Firstly, we need to remove this plastic trim which allows for removal of the seatbelt anchors. There's one T25 toe screw holding it in place. Then there's 2 metal pins locking the anchors in place that need to be released. To get access to the belt retractor, we need to disassemble the B-pillar and all the trims staying on the way. We remove the bolts holding the belt retractor in place. We also disconnect both electrical connectors, then we can finally remove it. Next we proceed with the curtain airbags removal, which took most time to perform. The dealership repair instructions call for removal of the car's headliner. I decided to be lazy and remove the components, keeping it in place just on one side of the ceiling. In practice, I'm not sure if that saved me any time at all, as I ended up fighting with the ratchet and remove all the nuts, keeping the airbag in place. Anyways, I started by taking off the A-pillar as well as the overhead console. I ended up removing the rear view mirror, but that would only be necessary if you remove the whole headliner, otherwise you can skip this step. Next we have the sun visor, front and rear grab handles. Lastly, we need to remove the D-pillar. So we now have access to the curtain airbags. There's 8 screws to be removed before we can take it off. After an hour of fighting, I eventually managed to remove the airbag. Truthfully, I now wish I removed the headliner. After dismantling the necessary components, we source a new or refurbished ones. Always best to get new ones as they're critical safety components, but at the end of the day, you know your budget best. To install everything back, repeat the removal procedure. After we put everything back together, we connect the battery and hook up a diagnostic tool. We delete the fault codes and fire the engine. Sometimes there's a diagnostic function that needs to be performed to get the ECU out of crash mode. For me, everything worked as easily and there were no other safety related fault codes. Car's no longer in limp mode and drive as it should. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe and see you next time.